Hey, I just called T3 to have him find you, and he said you were already on the way. That's some impressive timing.
What are you doing here, Theron?
Digging, just like I said I would. Let me show you what I've got so far. Colonel Darok commanded our strike on Korriban, supposedly to gather valuable intelligence data, none of which has been turned over to the SIS. This is the Sith you spoke to on Tython, Darth Arkous, member of the Dark Council, organizer of the attack on the Jedi Temple.
You found a connection between them?
Yes. They've both been paying visits to the same genetics lab in an underwater facility here on Manaan. They're headed down there again as we speak.
Is it some kind of medical treatment facility? Experimental research? Something else?
There's no documentation for the lab's purpose, but traffic in and out is mostly freight, not passenger. Probably research, which fits my other findings. With Darok and Arkous working together, the timing of the attacks makes perfect sense. They weren't really attacks at all, they were robberies.
Robberies? What do you mean?
The Imps hauled something out of the Jedi Temple just before you got there. A few security hollows were still working, so I got a shot of it. Darok's top guy, Commander Jensen, grabbed something similar on Korriban. I ran the images through some databases. They were pieces of ancient Rakata technology.
As in technology from the ruthless empire that conquered the galaxy before the founding of the Republic?
Yes, you can understand my concern. I'm pretty sure Darok and Arkous have brought their Rakata tech to the lab. You're gonna have to go in and figure out exactly what they're doing with it. There. I've arranged transport to get you in, but security will probably come after you with more than smiles. Don't let them slow you down. While you're searching the lab for Arkous and Darok, I'm gonna meet with one last contact. I think she might have some interesting intel for us.
She?
You wouldn't believe me if I told you. Good luck down there.
Report your ailments.
Theron here. I'm patched into the lab's tracking systems. Looks like Arkous and Darok are still inside. There's a security checkpoint ahead that can grant you access to the rest of the facility. Transmitting coordinates now. Interesting. I'm seeing records of a prisoner here, someone named Jakaro. I bet he could share some interesting stories with us. Looks like my contact's here. The chief of security is just ahead of you. Watch your step.
Good. I can use the brake.
Konfices vårt kira kranvan.
That's what you asked for.
Devia kanay top kereklen.
Greetings! My master compliments your impressive skill and would like to share his appreciation for this noble rescue.
Sorry, not the first Wookiee I've met. Try again.
Oh dear. Please let us out of here. We beg you!
Your droid seems to be missing a few pieces.
Those modifications occurred before our imprisonment here. My esteemed Master Jakaro is a specialist in discreet cargo delivery. I am his translator, C2D4, former servant of Revan and Queen Lana of... Yes, well. Jakaro was contracted by a Selkath geneticist, Garima, to deliver certain medical equipment, perfectly legal, to this facility. But once the delivery was made, payment was never rendered. Instead, we were imprisoned and interrogated by two very unpleasant individuals.
Colonel Darok and Darth Arkous?
We were never introduced. Very rude, to be perfectly honest. After the interrogation, they told Garima to use us as fodder for some kind of experiments.
I feel for you, buddy. Of course, I've only been caught once, and that was on purpose. I was on this total backwater planet called Voss.
Your story checks out. Just did a little digging on these two. Charges against them both for smuggling, disorderly conduct, assault.
Even the droid?
Yeah, why do you ask?
Never mind.
Whatever they may have done, my contact has a good feeling about them. Thinks they might come in handy. Let's see if she's right.
All right. We're in this together. Ready?
Thank you!
Slicing the facility files, and I keep finding references to the Order of Shasa, some pack of Force-using Selkath. They aren't Jedi or Sith. I'm still not sure how they tie into all of this, but I imagine you're going to run into them. Be careful.
I was inspired.
I'm registering some tech near you that reads like it's from the Rakata. See if you can't open up the network for me. I'll slice in and take a look.
Finest results. Happy? On schedule. My pleasure to serve.
Konfliktses mot Kira Kranvan. Hodilun abja irotara. Teka Zokas holding Redneck. Nas Remedic. Van Yog Harshalando. Nuden Arta. Theater Therapy.
Greetings. We haven't met in person, but your associate asked me to contact you while he's busy with his scanning equipment. Apparently, he's picking up powerful energy readings from Garima's laboratory. Readings consistent with Rakata technology. Theron and I agree that this is a dangerous subject. Whatever is going on in that lab, please do your best to stop it.
Are you Garima?
Hazigas gato volta copy. Tane es hazigazdak.
You need to stop what you're doing and answer my questions.
As uge freda leg job as uregviko had melt akisok.
I want to know what Darok and Arkous are planning. What are you doing here?
Volte sak fek ut azo negre. Akon ivolomar. Meg bis hato sabmeg. Seze meles nehes volt felis merni. Ogene kunk. Toleras ege mas fonal es. Mege iteletet. Atenger feilenes as edges. Folio semisem. Ugen is it key.
What are you waiting for? Do it! Before he has a chance to betray us again!
He's all yours, Jakaro. We're done with him.
Well, that explains the dead guards.
I knew I sensed someone familiar.
I told you to let it go. You did your part. None of this concerns you.
You're shoving antiques into people's guts to make an army. Yeah, I'm concerned.
Well, you won't have to worry about any of that once you're dead.
I see you killed poor Garima. It's too bad. He would have enjoyed seeing us put the first of our infinite army to work.
For the good of the entire galaxy, the Republic, the Empire, everyone. We can't let you interfere.
To die before the facility reaches crush depth, it will probably be more comfortable that way.
I'm afraid that all of the emergency pods have been ejected, and all hatches leading back to the facility entrance are sealed. Fortunately, I procured a small watercraft for just this eventuality. The water pilot should have it docked at a hatch near the location. Is after you. I can sense its power from here. It's considerable. Apologies, but the remote docking procedure isn't quite finished.
You're a Sith.
But not your enemy. Not today. Now, are you interested in a ride back, or would you prefer to swim?
Sith or not, I won't turn down a helping hand.
I do appreciate a pragmatic mind. And there we are. Your transportation is ready. Safe travels.
Think it might put everyone at ease if you ditch the lightsaber.
Is that really necessary? Surely I'm not as intimidating as you imply.
If we just spent some time together, I bet we could come to an understanding.
I'm confident we'll be seeing a lot of each other in the days to come.
Lana Beniko, dedicated Imperial citizen and fully armed Sith Lord.
But you don't need to worry about that.
Arkous manipulated her and her people, same as Derek did to us. She's already shared a lot of good intel. Based on your work in the lab, we know that Arkous and Derek are working together, manipulating both sides for some third party.
They're Revanites, members of the Order of Revan, a secretive cult that's had its claws in the Empire for many years. It seems they've pierced the Republic now as well.
I helped pull Revan out of the Maelstrom prison. I heard he died not too long afterward. Was that incorrect?
Not as far as Lana or I know. But dead men can be even better cult leaders than live ones. We know the Revanites have highly placed moles in both the Republic and the Empire. That means we have no idea who we can really trust.
Then it's up to us to stop them.
My master, the incomparable Star Captain Jakaro.
Has a short attention span. And this is what's left of his translator, C2D4.
Former interpreter for Her Eminence, Queen Lana of Onderon.
Yeah, we got that earlier. All of it.
I saw your list of known accomplices earlier. Quite impressive. Could any of them help us find where these traitors might be hiding? Superb. Then if Theron agrees...
Go ahead and get the ship prepped. I'll cover our tracks and catch up.
Very well. It's been a pleasure meeting you. May the Force ever serve you.
You'd better travel separately. If the Revanites put a tail on us, they won't know which to follow.
I don't think these cultists realize who they're up against.
Suits me. I better get moving. Watch your back out there. There you are. Our first few interviews with Jakaro's friends went well, believe it or not. We're going to start with some antique smugglers from the exchange. See if the Revanites have gone for any other Rakata tech.
Have you found any traces of Colonel Darok or Darth Arkous?
Not one. Apparently, the Revanites know a thing or two about staying hidden. The Order of Revan. My family has even more pull than I thought.
You're related to Revan?
You never heard that story? Bastila Shan, Revan's great Jedi love? The name made it all the way down to me, even if the Force didn't. Look, Revan was a wild card, and his crazy cult of followers is bound to be the same. Highly trained bravado aside, we're up against some long odds here. You sure you still want to be dragged into all this?
I figure the longer the odds, the better the payout. And I love a good payout.
I guess that's one way of looking at it. All right. I'd better get back to Lana and Jakaro before they do anything. I'll get in touch as soon as we get something concrete. Stay safe. All right. We'll be there right away, Jakaro. Just don't tear the limbs off of anything. Or anything else. Hey, it's good that you're here. Our friends are eager to get started.
Get started with what, exactly?
Colonel Darok, Darth Arkous, and the Revanite friends. Since your operation on Manaan, Lana's uncovered a few more Revanites who've infiltrated the Republic military. I've been slicing the traitors' communications and tracked the messages back to Darok and Arkous. They're in a hidden facility on the planet Rakata Prime. That's our target.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how suicidal is this one going to be?
No worse than usual, so maybe a 12? The messages I've decoded. That cyborg technology you ran into on Manaan was just the prototype phase. On Rakata Prime, they're in full production. They're taking pieces of the Starforge and implanting them into their own people.
The Starforge?
It was a Rakatan weapon. A giant self-sustaining factory that ran on the dark side of the Force. Revan destroyed it 300 years ago. The pieces of debris are still active, though. They self-repair and even self-replicate under the right circumstances. With that technology grafted to their bodies, the Revanites become much harder to stop.
Reminds me of Rakata technology that I dealt with on Tatooine. Nasty stuff.
I've seen Agent Fowler's reports on that one. It's good to know we're bringing along an expert. Jakara's freighters should get us onto the planet's surface undetected. We'll plan our attack from there. I can't wait to see the look on Arkous and Derek's faces.
Do we have a plan ready?
I don't know if it's fair to describe it as a plan, necessarily.
I've done a bit of scouting. The Revanites are camped in the Temple of the Ancients, an old ruin nearby. We've gotten this far without being detected. It's time for you to go in and make some noise.
What? This isn't what we discussed! It's suicide! I demand that you detach me this instant!
What kind of security do the Revanites have?
They've convinced some of the local Rakatan tribes to patrol the areas around the temple for them. A truly barbaric lot.
The Revanites themselves are guarding the temple grounds. They're fully armed and paranoid.
Wonderful.
We'll be keeping an eye on things from the ship. As long as we all stay sharp, we'll get this conspiracy shut down permanently.
May the Force serve you well.
hope to avoid much of the tribal area, but the terrain doesn't appear to be cooperating with us. You'll have to pass through the Rakatan settlement to get to the temple. It's further along the beach. Their arena needs a challenger. If you're going to get past them, you'll have to give them a show they'll never forget. Darth Arkous knows you're here. I'd say he sensed your presence, but I imagine it's all the commotion. He and Colonel Darok have shored up defenses outside the temple with their new console. You know what to do. Theron's been monitoring Revanite chatter. Somewhere near you, they've discovered a hidden store of Rakata weapons. See that they don't get the chance to use them. infinite army conscripts. They're further along with production than we suspected.
On your feet.
Look for a control console and open a channel there. I'll be able to slice into their systems remotely.
Excellent work. Theron is slicing into the facility's structural plans now.
It's not looking great. Your only option is to pass through the conscription center, dead ahead.
The cyborgs ahead are in some kind of standby mode. They'll activate as soon as you enter the room. Be ready for a fight.
Blasted sensors. Lana, could you do a quick perimeter check? I can't tell if these contacts are real or not.
Right away.
Alright, we don't have much time. We can't risk any of the tech in that conscription center falling into Imperial hands. Overload the console. It'll fry everything inside and kill the cyborgs before they have a chance to wake up.
Better to play it safe. I'm setting the console to overload now.
What was that? Is everything all right?
We found a shortcut. Anything out there?
No, nothing. Jakaro's sensors clearly need a bit of adjustment. We wouldn't want to be misled again.
Definitely not. Go ahead and keep moving. We'll stay in contact.
Arkous and Darok must know it's over for them. They've fled to the rooftop where they have a shuttle waiting.
We'll shoot them down if we have to, but we really need the chance to interrogate them.
Get to the roof. Hurry.
Wait for us! Please try to headbutt them with your own skull this time.
Let's go. Your plans are finished. The conspiracy ends now.
My, but we have a very high opinion of ourselves, don't we?
This project would have accelerated our plans considerably. Losing it is regrettable, but it will not stop us.
You've done a fair bit of damage, it's true, but the project isn't a total loss. After all, you've helpfully delivered yourselves for slaughter.
You've infiltrated the Republic and the Empire, raised an army of fanatics. Why? What are you trying to achieve?
We have a plan. You're not a part of it. That's all that matters now.
You and your simple-minded beast will have the fight you came for, Colonel.
Let's get on with it. We're finishing this, here and now.
I can't wait.
We've come too far to submit now.
Sweet vengeance!
You have them, Arkous! They're yours, Darok! You should have just walked away!
We are beyond any of you.
Change nothing! You have them, Arkous! We are beyond any of you. Come too far to submit now! We will save the galaxy! You have no chance! You have them, Arkous! They're yours, Darok! You think you'll walk away from this? You have them, Arkous! You have no chance! You change nothing! Impossible! It can't be! You gotta do better than that. You have no chance! No. The plan!
Darok and Arkous fought to their last breath. We won't be getting any information from them.
Copy that. Blast it.
I must agree with my master. They're far more trustworthy as corpses.
I sense something. We're in danger.
Multiple sensor contacts. Capital ships are dropping out of hyperspace. No IDs. One of them's coming in hot.
Arkous and Darok were valuable allies in my cause, but their deaths will not delay what is coming.
That voice.
It's him. Revan.
My infinite army could have achieved so much, but I still have other weapons in my arsenal.
You were reported dead. Was that report wrong?
Only somewhat. When a goal is important enough, one learns to overcome any obstacle. My followers are legion. My ranks grow every hour as more and more people see the truth of the galaxy. The Emperor couldn't break me. Even death could not stop me. I will finish what I've started, and you will not interfere again.
They're powering up weapons! Get out of there! Now!
Can't reach your Jakaro ship. Take the shuttle.
Resistance will get you nowhere. When I wish to talk, you'll know.
Theron, they made it. I knew it.
With the amount of fire Revan's ship was laying down, I wasn't optimistic. It's good to see you.
Oh no, I'd nearly forgotten. Several of my internal components were still aboard. The ship is all right, isn't it?
The ship is fine. Come see for yourself. There's something we need to talk about, actually.
It truly is a relief to see you safe. I only wish we had more time together.
I'm not going anywhere, Lana. You don't have to either.
I'm afraid I do. Theron and I learned some troubling things after we escaped Rakata Prime.
Jakaro took it better than I thought. You told her yet?
I think it's best if you do the honors. We'll meet again soon. I'm certain of it.
She's pretty confident for someone with a bounty on their head.
Are the Revanites putting out bounty contracts now?
Not directly, no. It's an Imperial contract for murdering Arkous. Under any other circumstances, she would have gotten a promotion for that kind of thing. They also arranged 12 separate death marks for Jakaro. That's a new record for him.
And you?
Disavowed rogue agent, apprehend on sight. Pretty tame compared to the others. The director must have stood up for me.
If you know the director, couldn't he tell you who's behind this?
I checked. The evidence of my imaginary crimes came in from our Eternal Security Division, all very well forged. He'll keep looking, but we can't risk more contact. The Revanites haven't been able to touch you yet. Your record is still clean, but it won't stay that way if you're seen working with us. Lana, Jakaro, D4, and I are all going off the grid. We need to stay hidden if we're going to continue our investigation. No contact, period.
What can I do while you're in hiding? There must be some way I can help with the search.
There is, actually. The Revanites will be watching you, so do what you do best. Travel the galaxy, achieve impossible things, and make it hard for them to keep up. The busier you keep the Revanites, the easier it'll be for the rest of us to slip through the cracks and find their leader.
Do you think the masked man who attacked us was really Revan?
Oh, you mean as my ancient ancestor returned from the grave to kill us all? Doesn't seem likely, but there was something about him. We need to learn more. All right, I better get moving. The faster we start running, the easier this will all be. Good luck to you. We'll send word as soon as we have something. And then we'll see what this Revan guy is really made of.